Okay friends, so now we have understood creativity and characteristic of creativity. Let us try to understand the ways to develop creativity, because on a theoretical or conceptual level it is easy to understand that creativity is something to do with human mind and develop new and creative ideas, innovative ideas to develop products. That's fine, but how can we develop creativity and how can we put into practice? So because many organizations, many corporates, many design firms, many media firms are using different techniques, which we'll be just discussing in this session, to you know develop a culture of creativity in their uh, work environment. So let us go through the first technique, that is aleatory technique. So basically aleatory technique is something where especially it is more relevant to artistic area like music, poetry, composing, writing, you know, uh, film direction. So basically many times happens that these creative individuals, when they are trying to develop some creation, I mean the writer is trying to write a story, he is sitting in a quiet environment and suddenly he come across some phenomena, he sees something accidentally and he try to use that incident in his story. A musician who is sitting and trying to compose a new music, new composition, and suddenly he come across some sound and he used that sound to develop a new composition. The point is that aleatory technique is all about accidental you know um, methods or accidental approaches where you come across something accidentally and you use that accidents to you know develop your creation. So that is aleatory technique. The next technique is improvisation. So basically, I often come across few architects, few designers, or few creative individuals, whether musicians or a film director. They they work on some problem and they don't prepare before coming up when they are thinking about solution. So they come to a place, they see the problem and they immediately spontaneously think about the solution. So the improvisation technique is basically trying to uh, uh, use a spontaneous approach where you don't prepare or you don't think or you don't think analytically. You just see the problem and whatever the first thought come to your mind, you use that thought or you use that solution in improvisation technique. The third, creativity ways is problem solving method. So now problem solving method has different sub techniques, sub ways. So the first one is lateral thinking. Now lateral thinking has been very popular in corporate world from past few years. Basically, lateral thinking is not about thinking straight. The word lateral means thinking sideways, side. Lateral means side view or sideways. So the point is that lateral thinking is all about not thinking straight. Let me give you an example. In one of the interview, basically you go to an interview and you are asked some question. Suppose you are appearing for a post as a graphic designer and you are sitting in an interview, and by the interviewer you are asked to ask about something which is no way related to your graphic designing skills. So that kind of a questions are more of related to lateral thinking. So let's take one such question. You are asked a question like, what is an ancient invention which is used even in present by people to be see through walls? So basically an invention which is very ancient, which is used even in present days by people to see through walls. So this is a very tricky and very twisted question. So basically this is a lateral thinking question. The answer is window. So the question is not asked in a straight manner, and even the thinking approach is also required to think through all aspects. So lateral thinking is basically not thinking straight from other perspective also. You are trying to think about possible solutions. So that is about lateral thinking approach. The second problem solving method, sub ways, is brainstorming method. So basically brainstorming is all about group of people sitting together and trying to think about all the alternative solutions. So they, without any restrictions on reservations, they think about all the possible solutions and they list down all the solutions of a single problem. So basically they are, a group of people are sitting and they are trying to come up with a variety of solutions of a single problem. So that is about brainstorming method. The third one is thinking out of the box. Now we always hear the sound, hear the word like think out of the box, think out of the box. Even companies, corporates, a lot of companies are, encouraging their employees to think out of the box. So how can we do that? Basically, human mind is formed to work on routine. Basically, we make pattern in our mind, and the moment we make pattern, we don't want to think creatively. So think out of the box is like doing random things in your routine. Suppose you are every day going on to the office through your vehicle. You should take some days to go by bus or by walk or by some other means. Point is breaking the chain of your conventional routine. A lot of individuals or a lot of thinkers also encourage to, suppose you are reading or you are watching movies or you are reading some kind of novel. So changing a kind of a you know uh, category of your category of your liking, and try to read some novels which you would never read, or try to see movies which you have never thought you would see. So those kind of a random selection of activities will help you to think out of the box. That's the kind of an approach people generally do. SWOT analysis is something, I mean, the SWOT stands for strength, S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threat. So basically all the four techniques are related to problem solving. So the SWOT method or SWOT approach is like you are working on a problem and you have some solutions. The solution is categorized into this four category. What is the strength of that solution? What is the weakness? What is the opportunity? And what is the threat? So point is that this approach encourages or try to verify the solution through these four filters, and then you choose the best available option, which is proving best on this four parameters, that is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. That's the SWOT approach. The last method is mind mapping. So basically, mind mapping is something, is also very popular problem solving method used by companies. Basically, you are encouraged, I mean, on a central, in mind, on a central level, you are having a one problem. From that idea, you are generating more ideas. So basically, you have a problem like, I have a problem to, I'm working on a problem where I would like to, develop a mobile which is having a more battery life. So that's the central idea of the problem. Now you are using that problem or that idea to generate more ideas, and then those ideas will be used to define a final solution. So mind mapping is all about keeping think in a center and then radially generating other ideas from that central idea. That is about mind mapping. So this techniques are helping us to develop creativity, and most of the organizations, most of the creative domains are using this technique to develop an environment in their work area. Thank you.